Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sport Breaks. Of course, I am your host, Dante Washington, back with you guys and gals for another episode. I know it's been a long time since you've seen this chocolate face, but I am back, and I appreciate you for stopping through, checking me out. Of course, let's do a few little things before we get started. Make sure that you are subscribed to Sport Breaks on Spotify, wherever you're getting your podcasting from. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to Sport Breaks on YouTube, all social media platforms, X, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I am on all of it, and I am about to ramp up production. I am going to be live in some locations. I will start disclosing those probably like on a Wednesday. But before we get into all that, like I said, just make sure that you are checking me out on all social media platforms. I am there. I promise you. Again, I know it's been a minute. Season 4 has been kicked off. This is only episode 2. But I promise you I'm going to ramp up production like it is nobody's business. So without further ado, of course, let's go. Like I said, this podcast, of course, is all about sports and everything that is sports. College football has kicked in as of last week, but officially week 1 popped off yesterday. Still got a few games to deal with. We have today, I think it's 13th ranked LSU. We'll be taking on USC. I think that game is at 7:30. So the season is not week 1 is not over with yet. But it is assuredly underway. You look at some of the scores from yesterday. Of course, Georgia rolled over Clemson, big time, 34-3. Ohio State won their game, second-ranked team in the country, 52-6. Oregon got away from Idaho, 24-14. Number 4, Texas rolled, blanking Colorado State, 52-0. Fifth-ranked Alabama started off their new campaign with a new coach, 63-0 over Western Kentucky. And a slew of other games. Mississippi, they won their game 76-0 over Furman. A classic game. Notre Dame and Texas A&M. In Texas A&M was a real good game, but the number 7th ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish prevailed in that one, 23-13. Penn State rolled in their game against West Virginia. Michigan rolled against their game against Fresno State. Tennessee won big. Oklahoma State won big. The one big thing that I'm going to note before I get done with these scores, 19th ranked Miami and Florida played yesterday. And man, listen, I'm not a goer of the U, but man, Florida looked real horrible against Miami, and Miami looked like an ACC contender. They have a new quarterback, and he was phenomenal. Made 1 or 2 mistakes here and there, but no other day better than winning the day and leading your team to a victory. He is shit. This team is legit, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a bold statement right now. Let me make a bold statement right now. Miami will be in the ACC championship game. Period. That's just my assessment. And that is just based off the first game. And that's not to say that Florida wasn't a worthy opponent. Florida was a worthy opponent. This game was in the swamp. No other place to play. Like, playing in the swamp, and Miami rolled. So just an exciting day, an exciting time in college football right now. And like the title says, football is back. It is back in a major, major way. Like I said, a game where LSU will take on USC happens today. Both teams losing quarterbacks, the previous two Heisman Trophy winners, the number one, number two NFL draft picks this past draft. Both of them will be opening day starters. It's going to be a doozy. I like this game. I want to see this game tonight, and I want to see how both coaches bring their teams together, more or less, with that much talent at the main spot that you needed at offensively, that left both programs. I think this game will definitely come down to quarterback play. We both know that USC's defense last year was not the best of the best, or even up to par with what USC is normally accustomed to. But on the flip side, LSU's defense was, of course, SEC worthy. But losing Jaden Daniels is going to be big shoes to fill. But in this game, I'm going to pick one. I got to go with LSU. LSU, of course. I am a South Carolina Gamecock. Shout out to the Gamecocks for winning yesterday. Real tough game at home. I'll get to that in a second. But I'm a SEC man, so I'm thinking SEC all the way, period, point blank. I think LSU will win this game, but closer than the experts probably will think. I think LSU will win this game at least by 6. So I'm taking LSU for tonight, period. Like I said, I was gonna get to the South Carolina game. South Carolina played ODU. Shout out to the boy Andre McFadden Presley, man, Lake City, South Carolina, hometown cat. I had the pleasure of being around that young man for a few years, coaching him. Coach's son, just a workhorse as far as athlete goes, but he's also still in the classroom as well. He is now playing for the Old Dominion University. Came down here yesterday. I wanted to go to that game so bad, looked at tickets, but I think I'm going to go to an ODU game coming soon. So when I go to that, I definitely want y'all to check my YouTube out. I'll have all that in the description for you, period, point blank. Make sure you go and subscribe. Make sure you go and look at all the old episodes. But when I go to ODU, I'm going to definitely have it out there. Hopefully I can get close to him to get a little interview with him. But yeah, they came down here to South Carolina and played a heck of a game. But South Carolina prevailed in that game. Going forward, South Carolina has a lot to deal with, have a lot on their plate that we need to correct, and we're going to compete in the SEC East and hopefully get to a bowl game. I don't even want to talk about college playoff, but yeah, it is what it is. Speaking of the college football playoff, of course, we have 12 teams now. We have 12 teams, and I think that is a great thing for the sport because it allows so many other teams to compete. Instead of just saying, hey, we put these numbers in the computers, we saw the eye test, we believe this, we believe that. Here come 1, 2, 3, 4. Here come 2. And we got a national champion. The D2, D3, all of them have had this major success in the bracket format to their national champion, and I am so ecstatic to see that it is happening in major D1 ball. You still can get your bowl games in. You still can get your bowl game money. You still can do all of that. So I'm ecstatic to see it come to fruition. I'm ecstatic to see it happen. So I want each and every one of you that is a college fan, whether you're a soft fan, whether you're hey, I'm following my mom, my dad fan, they went there, whether you're a hardcore fan and you are willing to cuss people out for your school and do all type of crazy stuff. I need you to pay attention to it and definitely get into it because it is going to be spectacular. If I had to make a guess who would be the national champion, I am not going to do that in this episode. This episode is just to get my face and my feel back in for this camera because I have been going through a lot with deaths in my family, with life in general. I mean, life hits everybody and everybody takes it in differently. So this is about to be my tranquility space to come in here, to get on video, to get audio, and to come and holler at y'all. And period. So make sure you comment accordingly on this. I see a comment, I'm gonna comment back. Make sure it's with respect because I'm all about respect, peace, love, and light all day long. So, boom. That is my college side for today. Before we get into the nitty gritty of the gritty and the nitty, again, make sure that you are subscribed to Sport Breakz on Spotify or wherever you're getting your podcasting from. Make sure that you are subscribed on all social media platforms. Definitely hit that subscribe and bell on YouTube. I am going to upload this to YouTube as soon as I'm done with it here. If you are on Riverside, which I'm recording this on Riverside, holla at me on that too. And follow me and continue to support me, whether you like me, love me, or hate me. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to come and give it to you raw. Hopefully I can get some more interviews in. Hopefully I can get some other perspectives near me and we can toss it back and forth, whatever. And the more people get on it, the more I can do. I will start back going live on TikTok on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to say around, I want to say 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I'm going to start back going live on TikTok. If I can get my household in order to do the things that I needed to do. My phone reconnecting. Why is it reconnecting? But anywho, in case you have not noticed, I am an avid Packer fan. You know, trust and love. That's what it is over here. Go Pack, go. NFL season is upon us. First game will be this September 5th. Coincidentally, that is my sister and one of my daughter's birthday. So shout out early birthday to daughter Shakira Washington and my sister Shakur Russell. Shout out to them early. But it features, and let me make sure and pull up what I need to pull up. I do not have my laptop. My son ruined that. Trying to let them kids look at stuff and he got some liquid in my laptop. My laptop has been done for weeks on hand. But the season opens up in Kansas City as the world champion. Kansas City Chiefs host the Baltimore Ravens. Again, it is September 5th. The game will be at 8:20 p.m. I'm going to assume that's an East Coast Standard Time start because that is where I is. Of course, I am based in Lake City, South Carolina, pinpoint Lake City. But the season is upon us. And probably tomorrow, I am going to do the whole AFC wins and losses and where I see every team from out of the AFC East South, North, and West. And then Tuesday, I will turn around and I will do the NFC, and I will do every conference, every division out of the NFC conference to give you my wins and losses to who I think will win the division, who I think will be bottom dwellers this year. So you're gonna have to definitely subscribe and check me out and look at that. Listen to the audio. I will definitely drop it on all platforms. And again, Tuesday I will be live on TikTok. So TikTok will get that information live first and foremost, period. But looking at that game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, it is the Chiefs looking to go for a three-peat. Will they get it? Will they not? I don't know. Baltimore, of course, has a new man in their backfield. His name is King Henry, a.k.a. Derrick Henry, to go along with last year's MVP and now two-time MVP of the NFL in Lamar Jackson. Whew. That is a lot. That is a lot to deal with. Of course, Baltimore's defense ranked in the top 10 last year in most statistical categories, while Kansas City kind of limped into the playoffs and everybody kind of wrote them off, and then that bad man started throwing that thing and he started doing what he do, and they ended up Super Bowl champions. So again, Kansas City, of course, comes in with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah, I call him Pikachu, Pacheco. This is his actual real name. I know his real name. A slew of receivers. I think they will be missing one receiver for doing some nonsense. I don't even like speaking on nonsense on my channel, period, point blank. I ain't gonna do it. So peace to the young cat, and I hope you get better from this mentally, physically, and move forward with your money. Defensively, of course, they will be led by none other than their star defensive tackle. His name Chris Young, whatever his name is. But Kansas City will be stout. They lost L'Jarius Sneed to free agency. Gonna suffer in the back secondary. So we'll have to pay attention to that going forward. And again, the coming days, I will definitely get more in depth with this game. But for right now, again, the NFL is almost here. Football is back. And ladies, if y'all listening to this and y'all not really into football, you better get into football. Your man is going to be cheating on you with the TV, not a woman. But support him at all costs. And if you got a favorite team, and if you are a sports woman, shout out to you. Peace, love, and light to you. It is what it is. And my thing to do right now, hey, get out and go see some games. I don't care what you do, how you mix, how they perceive you. You work hard. You take care of your kids if you got kids. You make sure the bill's straight. Hey, set some money aside and go to a game. It don't matter. It do not matter. If you like the Browns, go to Cleveland and see the game. Don't stay in whatever city you in. If you like the Rams, go to LA and see them Rams. Or they stay in LA. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. If you like the Bills, go see Buffalo. Go to Buffalo. Take some time out and go see a live actual game. I don't even like to call it bucket list because I just live and do. I've been to Green Bay, I've been to Seattle, I've been to Pittsburgh, I've been to Portland basketball wise. I just came from New York, Boston. I don't like staying home, and I don't think you should either. Ain't nothing wrong with seeing it on the TV. It's the cheaper version, but hey, if you got it to sit it aside, man, go to one of them NFL games and hey, take your homegirls, take your man, take your boo thing, take your family. y'all go out and enjoy life, man. Life is so precious. Life is so uh unruly. Life is so unforgiving. But life can be love. And love is the highest elevation that there is. Just like my man that I got quarterbacking for me right now. That kind of went in together. Boom, you had missed that. But yeah, go out and see games, period. So do two things. Make sure that you subscribe and stay tuned to me getting into whatever I'm getting into sports wise, and get out and go see life. Get out and go be, period. So again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in for uh however long I've been up here. Look like 20 something minutes, something like that. And I'm rambling, I'm talking, I look good, I'm green, I'm all day, but I appreciate y'all for stopping through for a little bit. Appreciate you if you already subscribe. If you don't, go subscribe and tell a friend and make sure they subscribe too. Again, whether you like me, love me, or hate me, it don't even matter. You still can subscribe, and it only take 2 seconds. Boop, boop, and you done. All right. Catch me on Spotify or wherever you're getting your podcasting from. Make sure that you are following me there. Make sure that on all social media platforms that you are following me and subscribing and staying in tune. Wherever there's a bell, hit that bell so you'll be notified ASAP whenever I drop something or ever when I go live. Gonna start going live Tuesdays and Thursdays, that is for sure, on TikTok. I am going to start going live on certain game days on YouTube, and going forward, if you hear somebody talking about doing what I'm doing, they've been listening and paying attention, but they've been hating because they ain't subscribed to me. I will be jumping into more interviews coming up soon. I will be at these high school football games, doing some interviewing and stuff like that coming up soon as well. So just get prepared, because if it ain't sport breaks, it ain't shh. Knowledge, world. Peace.